We would like to turn to the driving force behind much of what we do, and that's our students. Our three universities are very much dedicated to stimulating in our students a culture and an attitude of entrepreneurship, creativity, and leadership. It's been said a lot of ways. I'll just say it one way. Students are the essential fuel for the economic engine of the future, and there is no investment for which there is a better return on investment than investment in our students. So we have three students who are representative of our student bodies to speak to you.
Given Detroit's economic troubles and the downturn in the American auto industry, the media seem hard-pressed to understand why a younger generation would choose to stay in an area which appears to have grim prospects. Michigan, and especially Detroit, has struggled in recent times.
Ron French wrote an article in the Detroit News approximately a month ago that said 49% of Michigan State students leave the state after graduating. I say this not to belabor the fact, but merely to point out that I thought I might be one of them. On the first day of class, our professors asked us how many of us were planning on staying in Michigan after graduation. There were a few tentative hands until they rephrased the question. How many of you would like to stay in Michigan after graduating? The answer was a near unanimous yes.
I chose to come to Michigan for graduate school because it is the top program when it comes to studying the intersection of business and sustainability. But what I'm here to talk about today is how I also found entrepreneurship and all these great resources on campus that has helped myself and co-founder Jeff Horst to start a company called Algal Scientific. Our company started when myself and the other co-founder Jeff Horst, who's about to receive a PhD from Michigan State in biology, but who's also a Michigan undergrad alum, got together to come up with a business plan for the first DTE, University of Michigan, Clean Energy Prize competition that was hosted on campus and concluded in March. Our company was fortunate enough to win, and we won $70,000 through that process to start our company. But probably more importantly, we had the incentive and the resources on campus to help us guide our way there, and then also some pretty valuable PR by winning that process that's helped us launch the company.
Even as people are questioning what Detroit has to offer, Wayne State consistently comes through as a national leader in innovative research and education. As a freshman, I was told that WSU was a Carnegie One research institution. Though I knew this was a good thing, I didn't really know how it affected me. Then in my sophomore year, I began to work at the WSU Bioengineering Laboratory, where I was able to see a research environment in practice. At a time when automotive safety was a primary concern, Wayne State led the way in validating the hybrid test dummy. Now, at a time when military explosions and the resulting mild traumatic brain injury is a focus, Wayne State is leading the way to find a better way to protect our soldiers. This is a project with which I have been personally involved, and I have come to conclude that Wayne State's most valuable contribution is relevant research. From studying the effects of conducted electrical weapons to that of anti-vehicular landmine blasts, I have been fortunate enough to see the fruits of my labor translate into findings that are relevant at a national level.
The exodus of Michigan students appears to be primarily a perception problem. Despite the numerous indicators that rank Michigan quite highly, including higher education being 9th in the country, there is an idea that opportunities for young graduates are lacking in the state of Michigan. In actuality, we found out that the Department of Energy, Labor, and Economic Growth has identified a shortage of highly skilled labor. From this point, we as a class decided to start an enterprise, Spotlight Michigan, an organization that we hoped would identify innovative businesses and students and connect these two groups.
Our next step, we've been fortunate. We received an offer from a venture capital firm with offices in Boston and Palo Alto. We were chosen out of 207 teams to get funded to work on our business over the summer in their offices, with the idea that they'll fund us to come back to Michigan when it's done. Right now our plan is to work in a biotech incubator in Lansing, but I can say that we've got our eyes on the Pfizer facility here in Ann Arbor. That'd be a great place to set up shop.